Hey everybody, Mark from the Geek Church here, and today we've got this HP FilmScan 5-inch touchscreen film scanner. We're going to be opening this up, trying this out, right after this. Now you might be thinking, Mark, haven't you reviewed this before? And my answer is no, we haven't reviewed this particular product before. What happened was, here's a funny story. To often get products sent to me, I have to contact certain companies and they say, yeah, we'll send it to you. And what happened was they basically told me like in transit that they had sent me the wrong product. I don't know how they figured that out, but the one from Kodak, which I have done a review of, showed up and they basically said, can you send that back to us? And I'm kind of going like, well, maybe I want to review that. I mean, I don't really see why you can't review both. So I haven't heard back from them. I might be violating some sort of agreement or something like that to review both, but hey, it's a very similar product in what it can do. And let's just open this up first and I'll explain what it can do. Yeah, the problem with doing something that you've done that's similar to something is you can't help but make automatic comparisons. So naturally, I'm going to take this out, and here we go with this manual, which is a lot thinner than the one from Kodak. But I'm guessing the one from Kodak is in 100 languages. It has this thing, and then it has essentially this thing. Now these I recognize for sure. One of them holds the slides, because this thing is essentially a slide projector. And then you can also use it for your negatives. And by negatives, I mean, come on, you know, I know a lot of us have all our photos on our phone, and you know, and then we put them on our computer if we're smart, if we're disciplined enough to do that, honestly. And then from there, we just upload them to Instagram or Facebook or whatever, just to show off to the world what a wonderful life we have. But a long time ago, yeah, most people had like this separate camera thing that they constantly were taking pictures on. And then they would get the film developed, and it got expensive, and you only took photos when you really, really needed to. So nowadays, you can just take out your phone, which you probably already have on hand, and just click away. But before those days, you might as well have something to read them with. And this is actually very similar to what I had before with the Kodak one. Am I going to do a Derek to compare product review on that? I don't really want to do that unless... okay, here's the thing. I'll do that if the company wants me to. Like if they want the company, I'll contact because the same company actually sent me both these things. So I'm guessing they probably have the same representation, and we won't reveal who they are, but we just reveal like, hey, that's what it happens. You got a little behind the scenes action today. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna connect this to this, and I believe we've got everything that's in the box so far. So we can take that and just kind of shove it over here. So, I did forget to bring the negatives that I wanted to use as a demonstration. Got to go get those. Okay, so as I suspect, this thing's going to come with 4 of these little trays. How do I know it's 4? Well, for one thing, this thing is labeled... Actually, they're not... they are labeled. Okay. This is 110 film, 110 millimeter film, 126 millimeter film, and this is probably 135 millimeter film. And it is. And then we got this thing for slides, and this thing pops open, like, seem to have a stowaway there. And this thing will pop open like this. And then, yeah! Okay, so here's how this works here. Now, first of all, I haven't even showed you about this thing yet. And I want to see how it compares to the other Kodak thing, because I just can't help but compare the two, can I? So we got that, and then we can just insert that in there. For this, we're going to need a SD card. I happen to have one from the last time, so just kind of shove it in there. And then turn on. Okay, let's see what we get on the screen here. HP. Now this is a touch screen, not like the other one I used. So, okay, going to go English. And here we go. Okay, we can go capture to start. Okay, let's do that. Okay, see that? Capture. Okay, we're going to do that, and we're going to use a negative. I'm going to pick at random here. I've got a whole bunch of negatives from these. I think my wife and I went to the pool or something like that, maybe with our kids. I'm not really certain, honestly, so I'm just going to pick one at random. And then we just put it in here. And then we put that in here. There's a lot of interesting things that have to go down to make this work, but it does work, and it works really well. I was actually quite surprised at this. Okay, so this is here, and you can adjust. Now, all you got to do is just insert it in here. Okay. So, this is the time where you can hit, I think you can hit capture. Okay, and then it's going to choose. Okay. So it gives me a type. So I got 50 millimeter slides, and if you know anything about slides, some people had them on there, and then they had a slide projector, put them on the wall. It was a different time back then. There's also color negative and black and white negative. I have a color negative. So I'm going to use 135 because I think that's what I used. Yeah, 135. Okay, image resolution. Okay, let's go 22 megapixel. Okay, now that I've stuck that in there, I finally got a good image, which I can adjust manually. And here it is. That's it. That's my firstborn way back when. And that was about over 20 years ago, I'm sure. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so then I think what happens is I can hit this button on top. SD card locked. To unlock, slide the card. Lock switch on the side of the... Oh, shoot, the card is locked. No wonder I have had issues with this. Okay, hang on a second. I wanted to get it to work, so I'm trying another SD card that I just happen to have lying around. At least I couldn't figure out how to unlock the SD card. Maybe that could be my problem here. I've been having some issues with the thing that this is supposed to be used for. Okay, let's try this again here, and yeah. Or we might just take that out. Okay, capture. Okay, looks like it already got it there. So let's see how we do this. Okay, ready to capture, and bam. Saving. Okay, so is it saved? Okay, it looks like I've got a little thing to the card here. So I think, okay, since this is a touch screen here, there's a gallery. Whoa, what the heck? Oh, okay. Looks like I've already got it on the gallery here, which is good. This is a JPEG here, so yeah. So here's the thing. I'm going to try just doing this. Turn it off. I'm going to take out the card here. I'm going to put it in my computer here, because I tried doing this the other day and I couldn't find it on my computer, was sort of the issue. Ah! I found them. Okay. Yeah. Not only that, they're from the last time I used a Kodak product, or the last thing I used this for. We got it. I actually found them on my computer here. Not bad. So, not bad at all. I could use a little adjustment on that, but other than that, there's a lot we can do here. Okay, I think in the Kodak one, I said like I wanted to get a better shot of it as far as how it actually works from the front point of view rather from this point of view. So let's just cut to that footage. Okay, so I got this thing set up right now, and my camera set up, so I'll turn it on. And it's connected to my computer right here. So we've got the FilmScan here. And this is where we can set up stuff like, I'm just going to hit gallery to show you what pictures I've got in here. And there they are so far. That gallery is from when I did the photo review. So yeah. And this is a bit easier to use. I'm going to say it's a bit easier to use than the Kodak one because I like the touchscreen capability. Whereas I had buttons up here to navigate that, and I got a little bit confused as far as what they were doing. So this is where I'm going to go into capture, but first I'm going to put a film negative in this, and then we're going to take a look at what we can do. So I'm just going to put this right here. I've got some old film negatives. These are at least probably about 20 years old. I'm not really certain. Judging from the pictures that I saw in because I could see my kids on them, and they were very young. So then we just click that in here. Okay, I think that's shut. I've got a lot of control here, as you can see. And then I just put it in the side here. And then we just are able to view. So this is going to kind of, oh yeah, here we go. All right. So let's see. Okay, ready to capture. All right, that's kind of cool. That's must have been taken. Okay, so this is where we get, okay, so I've got a photo of my mom and 2 of my kids way back when. So if I wanted to, I could save this here. SD card found, okay, great. 95% full. All right, so does that mean it can't fit? I don't know. Okay, but the thing is, and can I switch that? Image resolution. Okay, so I can switch the image resolution here. And I can also, oh wow, I can actually change the film size on here. What if I changed it to that? No, I don't want that. Okay, let's go full. All right, okay. And then I can also mess with the colors on here. So actually I can adjust, I can actually adjust in here. Okay, so what can I do with this? The magnifying thing? Okay. All right, I could go. All right, I'm not really seeing much as far as the magnifying things going on here. Maybe I need some better things here. Okay, so we got here as far as brightness is concerned. Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, okay, that's turning up the brightness quite a bit. I think maybe I was getting a bit ahead of myself. Okay, and then we got color. Can we adjust the color? We can. We can adjust the reds. Oh, wow. Okay. And the greens. Yeah, and the blues. Okay, that is a good feature to have here. So, yeah. All right. So, all right. This is kind of really... And what does this button do? Oh, it's just turning to the gallery. Okay. Yeah, sure. Okay, so we got that ready to capture. So, okay, I think I see what I did wrong. I think I'm supposed to hit this to get the capture. And that's what it's supposed to do. Okay, now let's go to the gallery. And then there it is. Okay. And then if I take out the card, I can put it in my computer here. And then I could get that. So that's kind of how that works. Yeah. Okay, so I had to go outside of the box here today to do this review, but I'm very glad I did because this thing is actually really good. I'm going to drop you the price right about here. And so if you want to get this on the HP site, you can. We'll put a link in my article on it. For now, this is Mark Rollins from the Geek Church, signing off.